All right. Well, welcome back to Harrisburg, Jay Paterno. You mentioned Kurt Warner, and we had a chance to talk to Matt Millen after the Rutgers game, and he brought up Kurt. I thought it was a little early when he was talking about Saquon Barkley. I don't know how much you follow what's going on this year, but have you had a chance to watch him or any of the current team?
Yeah, I've been at both the home games, and I've watched him. And I started doing a segment on a blue-white tailgate show that's actually on down here on Fox 43. It's in Philly and stuff. So they had me start doing a film room segment with him. So I've been watching. You know, the funny thing is that, you know, everybody's trying to compare him to something, and so I hate to even do that. But, you know, in terms of his movement and change of direction and body control, he reminds me a lot of Evan Royster. I mean, he's very compact. You know, even on a wet field, you don't see him slip because his feet are up underneath him, I think. But, you know, it's so early.
Right.
He's obviously got some great ability. We'll see what happens. You know, I think he's obviously excited the fan base.
Now, Jay, this may or may not be a loaded question, but I'm going to ask
From
you
anyway. I would bet it's loaded.
Since you are quite familiar with the coaching of quarterbacks, there's a lightning rod of a quarterback at Penn State, Christian Hackenberg. Just your thoughts on him and watching him play and kind of the career, not just the last couple games, but the career he's had at Penn State.
Well, I think, you know, last summer before his sophomore year, you know, I was talking to a couple of people that covered the team, and I said, you guys, everybody needs to slow down a little bit. I said, because the first time through the league, nobody has a book on you. Right. And I said, Christian's going to be a guy that everybody's going to study in the offseason and say, does he tip this throw? Does he tip that throw? And you got to kind of get a feel for that. And I felt like, you know, it was going to be tough for a second year, and that's not because of coaching. That's reality. But I think he's doing fine. You know, Temple was ready for that football game. That, you know, they spent all off season, and they felt like they should have beat Penn State. You know, I know Matt Rule. You know, he felt like they should have beaten Penn State the year before, so they came in with a tremendous amount of confidence. But, you know, we'll see what happens the rest of the year.
You enjoy watching him play, throw the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. I've enjoyed watching this team because, you know, everybody could have buried. You know, they could have thrown it in after the Temple game, and everybody kind of buried them. And I think they've done a good job. Keeping themselves out a lot of third and longs and keeping themselves, that ball's out of there a lot quicker the last two games. I think that's a good move. And I think that's, you know, and you know, the running game obviously has helped. When you can hand the ball off and get the kind of chunks they're getting, that makes a difference.